will it retest? Is that an
okay? Nifty analysis பண்ணேன், but since you are going on for asking for a long view, நான் சொல்கிறேன். Okay, just a minute. View all. Admit all. Okay, Nifty, let me go on a longer view. Okay, இந்த ஹை தானே சொன்னீங்க? ஸோ
ஸ்க்ரீன் பார்க்க முடியல.
வெரி சாரி. லைக் நான் ஆக்சுவலாக என்ன பண்ணுறேன்னா, I'm actually sharing it to the YouTube audience but not here. Yes. Okay, இப்போ தெரியுதா? ஸ்க்ரீன் தெரியுதா?
இப்போ தெரியுது.
ஓகே, ஸோ இந்த கொரோனா கிராஷ் தானே சொல்கிறீங்க? ஆர்எல்ஸ் நீங்கள் வந்து இந்த ஸ்விங் லோ டு அந்த ஸ்விங் ஹை போகிறீங்களா?
கரெக்ட்.
ஓகே,
ஆமாம்.
இல்லை அந்த சம்வேர் 1.33 ஏதோ சொன்னீங்களே, தட் வாஸ் எனக்கு கொஞ்சம் சரியாக அது புரியல.
அதான் இப்போ அந்த 2020 நம்ம அந்த ஹை இருந்தது இல்லையா, இப்போ கிராஷ் முன்னாடி, அதுலேருந்து அதோட லோ எடுத்தோம்னா
ஓகே,
அண்ட் ஃபெப் இது ட்ராப் பண்ணோம்னா, ஸோ இப்போ வந்திருக்கிற நம்ம ஹை பார்த்தோம்னா இட் இஸ் லைக் 2.33 லெவல்ஸ் நினைக்கிறேன்.
கரெக்ட். ஒரு நிமிஷம். ஓகே, நீங்கள் இந்த ரிவர்ஸ் ஃபிபனாச்சி எடுத்திருக்கீங்க இல்லையா? இஃப் ஐ எம் ரைட்.
ஆமாம்.
ஓகே, யா. ஸோ கரண்ட்லி ஃபிபன் இவ்வளோ தான் இருக்கேன். ஸோ கரண்ட்லி வி ஆர் அட் லெவல்ஸ் ஆஃப் 17,322 618. அதாவது இது 1618லேயே வந்து இது வந்து பாதி. ஸோ இது வந்து 2 லெவல்ஸ். ஸோ லைக் 1618 இந்த 0.5ங்கிறது தான் வந்து இந்த ஃபிப்பில் இருக்கிற 2 லெவல்ஸ். கோ ஓவர் ஹியர் அண்ட் ஆட். ஸோ திஸ் வில் பி த 2. நான் 2 போட்டேன்னா இந்த இடத்துல வரும். ஸோ எக்ஸாக்டாக வி ஆர் சிட்டிங் அட் தி 200% ஆஃப் த ரிவர்ஸ் ஃபிப். ஸோ ப்ராபப்ளி வாட் இஸ் தி நெக்ஸ்ட் எக்ஸ்பெக்டேஷன் இஸ் தட் இந்த 786 லெவல்ஸ் இருக்குது பார்த்தீங்களா, திஸ் குட் லேண்ட் ஆர் தி 886 பிகாஸ் எக்ஸாஷன் அட் திஸ் பாயிண்ட் ஆஃப் ஸ்பேஸ். ஸோ அப்படி எக்ஸாஷன் பார்க்குறப்ப இஃப் அட் ஆல் ஐ சி தி ஓபிஸ் கரெக்டாக ஐ ஹாவ் ப்ராபப்ளி. ஸோ அதனால தான் நான் இனிஷியலாக டெலகிராமில் சொல்லியிருந்த மாதிரி ஐம் கோனா ஷேர் ஒன் இம்பார்ட்டண்ட் மிட் திஸ் செஷன். ஸோ அலர்ட்ஸ், இது ரிவர்சல் டைம், இது வேண்டாம், இது இருக்கட்டும். டு தி டெலகிராம் மெம்பர்ஸ். ஸோ நியூ மெம்பர்ஸ் ஜாயினிங் இன். ஓகே, ஃபைன். ஸோ நிஃப்டி ஆன் த வீக்லி டைம் ஃப்ரேம் சிட்டிங் அட் அ வெரி பேரிஷ் ஸ்டேட். ஏன் பேரிஷ் ஸ்டேட்டுன்னு நான் வந்து சொல்கிறேன் அப்படின்னா, ஒன் மோர் டைம், சாரி, கேன் யூ ஆல் see my screen? Am I audible? Can anyone confirm?
Yeah, screen is visible and audible.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Super. So but Nifty வந்து பார்த்தீங்க அப்படின்னா லாஸ்ட் the same thing is happening here. If you could see from 19th December, 26th January, first 3 weeks, same kind of bearishness and then consolidation and then a bearishness. Now what is happening? The same pattern is being followed. Bearishness, again consolidation, there is a very big bearishness. If you combine all together, எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு this was the new all time high at Nifty, right? 18,888. Consider that 18,888. So after 18,888, if you could see here, there is no such sort of enough good green candles. A good green candle as per me is these two are good green candles. So I don't see enough good green candles on this part. So the probabilities and chances of Nifty going above is mildly bearish. But if you see here, this is this last week's data of Nifty, and it has completely erased the past 3 weeks of all the gains that Nifty had taken. So in the low, I believe this is the February, the budget low. Everybody is very keen to watch about this 17,350. இந்த 17,350 இந்த லோவை வந்து நிஃப்டி பிரேக் ஆகிடுச்சு அப்படின்னா the overall investor sentiment. See, we are all retail traders, we come and go, we sit and do, but market is like it gave off the profit bookers a second chance. First chance it came here, so people were trying to book profits to whomever bought at the corona or during the last, so like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, almost to a new all-time high, which was 18,888. Now what is happening is that they were all washed away and they are all out. So what is going to happen now is, if this daily or at least weekly, it's like they buy at 2 months back and at least 6 months back, and they sit tight thinking that the market is gonna go up. So those people, they have high probabilities of booking profits. If they start to book profit, we are going to see a major huge correction to Nifty towards this point, this 1650, and again this number 15,172. These two are going to be major support numbers for the upcoming week. Why do I say this as a major support number, not with OB, not with anything else? Because this is where the last time buying orders, the DIIs, they stepped in and they tried to push the market up to a new all-time high. If you have seen my OB webinar, I told any major tops, any major bottom, liquidity exists. So if you think that Nifty went up to 18,888 just to be bullish, no, we were wrong. So the last previous high of Nifty was 18,604. So 18,604 on the top, there were a lot of short sellers been sitting here. Market moved up to eat the liquidity. And one more reason why I say that this number is very valid. So I want any one of the participants here on the call, so I want them to speak up. So what do you see in formation? Can somebody unmute the mic before I come to the formation to the close? Can anyone say quickly what is in formation?
Double top.
Yes. That is what is gonna worry the amateur traders. It is going to worry a lot of traders of a double top, because their profits could probably get erased. Of course, this is not a complete double top, it is in formation. Once after a formation, we need to make sure it is a double top. So we just can't blindly get in here at 15,172 and go for a short. So yes, while Nifty is stepping down, there are multiple places that the DIAs are gonna step in and they are gonna buy. Okay, one more quick question to all the other participants. The FIA and DIA, I know that they all work together, they are all the biggies. If all these people were selling here, we all understand that a transaction needs a buyer and a seller, right? So if all these FIAs were all selling, all the DAAs were all selling, who was buying? Who was buying at all these stages? Any guesses? Any guesses? This is a breadcrumb from me. I even shared this in the Telegram group previously. Any guess? Just give me a rough guess of anybody which participant had bought the stocks here that they were trying to sell out. Retailers, no, we know retailers don't have enough power to buy. Every day they are gonna switch on the. Okay, let me say this. So these are the set of market makers that are here in the. So I believe we do have somewhere around 91 market makers here. These market makers are also DIA Srinivasan. Almost, of course, DIA, but these folks are not DIA, so these are called as market makers. So somewhere in between, they sit above the HNIs and below the DIAs. So they do have enough buying powers. And all these people come into an agreement and they know that the market is going to turn up one someday, and they bought all these at these places and they hedged. So this is why on any crash, not just because of a seller auction is going to happen, but some sort of a buyer will be present unless we don't know what is the buyer. So likewise, what I fear is if this double top is filled, we are looking at a very monthly view, because we are sitting on the weekly, we are just at the very high of the double tops, and me as a GAN trader, GAN follower, I believe in GAN, and GAN believed in double tops and double bottoms, because he gave us a lot of facts that double tops and double bottoms were the market reversals had happened. So if this double top, if at all this double top gets confirmed, so let's just measure approximately where Nifty could land up. Of course, soon I'm gonna come to the Nifty weekly overview, so please be patient with me. So 11,793, approximately closely to 12k. So because it's a psychological number, and let's keep 12k. And even if you see, 12k was the previous, somewhere a closer approximate to the pre-COVID levels. So in intraday, in swings, as a retailer, we are all breakout traders, right? What are the two key things that you need to see in a breakout? On a breakout, you need to check if the candle is strong, you need to check if the volume is strong, and you can see if the stock is trying to take a retrace, all these things, right? So can you say me if Nifty did a retest at the 12,478, to which it was the pre-corona level, to which it had break, and it did not retest here. This did not happen. The global markets all corrected, and I believe Nasdaq and S&P are very close near to this. So watch out for this level, 12,478. I'm not saying that the market is gonna crash. There is a difference between crash, correction and dip, which we have published a video in our YouTube channel, so please do watch it. So currently Nifty had erased all the previous 3 days of gains that it had. Okay, so what happens if this low is gonna breach? Let me add so it is 17,351. So if this low is breached, you need to watch out for this level. This is where Nifty could possibly get into a support. So with that, let me jump into the 4-hour time frame, and I'm gonna give you the magic numbers once after soon this webinar is done. So this low is very highly important, because if you see on 1st February, the reason why I told you could not see this in the weekly time frame. If you go over to the weekly time frame, you could see only a green candle with a big wick. But if I take you to a lower time frame, we all know how this long wick happened, that too on 1st February. 1st February was the budget day. So this was a very major support on the Nifty. Nifty in the sense, wherever I'm trying to mention Nifty, it's all on the Nifty 50 top stocks, right? So on that point, this again I'm stressing it out, this point is a very important support. Upon breaching this, the market has the potential to correct some more. Okay, let me come over to the OBs. So OBs is where like balances and imbalances being low has been taken out. So this I'm gonna add a free alert for all you folks here. Nifty 4-hour time frame crossing this, you will get a free alert on the Telegram. On this breach, we can go for a quick shot on 17,351. This was never a call, so please don't take me. So on the 4-hour time frame, we are on pure sideways, and we have a bullish harami at the support level. Let's see where the RSI is going to speak to us. The RSI is at the oversold, and I believe how many of you have seen the moon phases? How many of you are following moon phases? How many of you are following moon phases here? Okay, Srihari, Sendil Raj. Wow, lot of people are following moon phases here, right? So if you are following moon phases, then watch out for this date. The full moon is at 7th March. It's just around the corner. So I think only a week or so is left for 7th March, and the market is already starting to go for a halt. On the intraday time frame, I'm gonna shoot up the levels over here. if you see on the intraday time frame, Nifty is completely on the sideways. Even if you go over to the lower time frame, people could say that this is a double top and all and so and so. Only bullishness can be seen only above this level. This I'm marking it as a OB. So whereas the RSI is taking, we do have only an intraday time frame. Intraday time frame RSI divergence on the Nifty and not on the main time frame. On the main time frame, we are seeing bearish divergence. If I go over to the weekly and if I see the price is sideways, this is all full sideways. But if I connect all the highs of the RSI, the divergence is from top to bottom. So we do see a bearish divergence, but on a short term, we are gonna see Nifty gonna bounce up. So above this supply level, where I'm gonna hit the first resistance is here. Even let me refine this supply level over here. So yes, so watch out for this because there liquidity on all major tops and major bottoms. So you can be coming in at this level. Hello. Check, mic check. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, okay. So yes, that is the state of Nifty. If you see what is the trend in Nifty, can someone say what is the trend in Nifty, or you can put it in the chat. Is Nifty on the uptrend, sideways, or on an uptrend? Anybody can answer this. Or if you don't feel you can unmute your mics, you can very well put it in the chat. Is Nifty, what trend is Nifty into? Just take the 15-minute time frame, which is the intraday time result. Sideways from Srihari. Lower high, lower low, lower high. Again, a new lower low has formed. Physical numbers will be followed post this webinar session. So yes, that's the outlook on Nifty. So we do see bearishness on day like 2 days. I always say plus or minus 2 days ahead and before on moon phases. So if you see, this has made a top on 18,139 2 days ahead of moon phases, and like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days continuous. Nifty is giving jackpot PE calls for those who trade on the index, and at least if you have bought at this full moon, which is the Paurnami, you could have at least booked your profits on your swings. So recently I kind of shared, I don't know which member I did share this. So I told like follow moon phases if you are doing for a swing trade on the Nifty stocks. So like 15 days holding, the 16th day or the 14th day you book your profits, because you're gonna see resistance trend line coming up the line, you're gonna see new moon, and there is previous OB. What other confluences that you need to have into to book a stock, right? So that is the case here. Okay, let me move over to the stock analysis, and before hitting that, I'll just show a few. Sri Siemens, like we were following from the last session. If you were in the last webinar, so I told that Sri Siemens has a OB at 27k. It has given a very good shooting star. If you don't know why shooting star has formed on that level, because there was a supply zone and liquidity at this spot has been swept, and the market is like, obviously Sri Siemens, it's like bearish on all this way. So watch out for this demand level on Sri Siemens. I believe Sri Siemens, I already have posted the stock. Looking forward to Bata India. Bata India, I told that on the weekly time frame that it is sitting on a good support. So any bullishness or any move should be only above this level, which is 1461. Please note, not a call. And yes, Shilpa Med is like starting to give rejections, and we picked this on the last. This is still on my personal radar. So which is like 246 to 238 are the appropriate demands, and it has created a new demand over here. If you see, we are sitting on the daily time frame, and this is a new demand for Shilpa. So you might probably see bounces over here and here. The reason is why I don't refine it here on the webinar session. It's like refining is a different case, so I'll try to put it on a live session later. If at all you see some sort of a bullishness in the upper side supply levels for Shilpa Medicare or these points. LT, I clearly told that LT is not for a not for a higher time frame. I told like this is only for the intraday time frame. So last week we marked LT at this level, and breaching below this you can see bearishness at least to this demand level. I'm not sure whoever followed this. So if you see there is continuous bearishness on LT, it is because higher time frame helped us. And Ultratech was our weekly thing. Even I asked, I kind of remember we clarified the reason for the 6799 to 6604. Ambuja Siemens, yes, we do have a breaching below this trend line can come to this support for a bullishness, and yet it had taken the whatever the stocks that I'm going to drill, like Whirlpool, Dixon, IEX, Gujarat Gas. Whirlpool on the daily time frame, I am seeing good RSI divergence. If you see here, this is a divergence, and I'm gonna share you the zone here. If you see, we have a consolidation. Few people might wonder why, sir, you do have, there is a breakout, why don't you have the volume? I don't follow volume of this sorts. I'm a different volume trader. So Whirlpool sitting on the very verge of a breakout. On such breakouts, remember, this is not for a very long term opportunity. You are gonna see Whirlpool hitting the first OB here at 14212, 1381. Reason I don't draw OBs way beyond that is that sit on a daily time frame. Let me connect all these folks. So there is a possibility that I can hit a resistance over here and I can consolidate, and I can very well drop out. So this is for only the aggressive traders. Why? Traders like me, where do we wait for? We wait for this guy here. So this is the demand level. Reason being, on the daily time frame, if you see, it's a 4+% move. Okay, you might wonder how do I pick stocks like this. So this is regarding any stock on the daily time frame. If it moves way beyond 3% than the previous day, then it lands up on my radar, and I draw them, and I go over to the lower time frame, or at least the 75-minute, and I watch out for this demand, or I watch out for a change in polarity demand. That's the next level of identifying imbalances to happen here. So yes, Whirlpool, we do see good bullishness coming in, which means that the buyers are interested in the stock. Buyers are aggressive on Whirlpool. Have this on your close radar. Moving on to the next stock is Divis Lab. Divis Lab, if you see, I did see on the weekly, I believe. Yes, on the weekly, Divis Lab has entered into the oversold and is kind of turning. If I take you to the daily time frame, Divis Lab should come back at this spot. If you see, the rejections are in, and moreover, if at all Divis Lab is gonna start to run for a presidential run kind of thing, so you might see Divis Lab hitting the supplies at these spots. Reason being, on the daily time frame, if you see, it was a 11% move on the downside for Divis Lab. No other stock moves, especially pharma, right? I believe this guy is into the pharma, and Divis Lab on the pharma side is like 11% move is something is there, something is gonna happen. And even if you see the stock until here, we don't see of change in polarity supplies here. So 3257 must, if you wondered where these alerts will get triggered, it will get into my system, and I will be, that will be east for the next 2 weeks. So you see, Dixon Technologies is on to the sideways. We are sitting on the daily time frames. So the stock is on a breakout from the lower time frame. If you see on a 1 hour time frame, the stock has gone for a breakout, but still wait for this high to be taken out. So let me create free alerts. Yes. So Dixon Technologies on the lower time frame is hit at 75. It's already overbought. Let it cool down. But on the daily time frame, if you see, our RSI has turned green and it's at the verge of 40. So lower time frame, it should retrace back, and on the daily time frame, it should retrace back. Watch for opportunities at Dixon Technologies at this spot. Remember, not SEBI registered, not a call. So this is where 27112, 2646 is where you can see demand points on Devis Lab. Sorry, Dixon Technologies. I believe this is into the IT sector, right? So same gap here. If you find this gap is being filled very soon, and also this was the previous support zone. So what was previous support will now turn into resistance. So all these are short-term opportunities that are surfacing at my scanner. And weekly time frame, yes, we are at the verge of very nearing 60, and I see this as a very good opportunity because it hasn't touched the previous supply. So if you see here, so you could say that this has mitigated, but not. 571 is the level where I'm trying to watch out for Gujarat Gas. Gujarat Gas is also on one of my radars, and let Gujarat Gas settle down on the lower time frame. If you see here, I'm starting to see rejections on the 1 hour time frame. Let this swing low. This swing low is taken. Watch opportunities for Gujarat Gas at these spots. So yeah, this is taken out. So forget about that. And over here, this is all taken out. This is taken out. This is taken out. Yeah, watch for Gujarat Gas at these demand points on the lower time frame, because on the higher time frame we are seeing rejections and confusions in the stock. As normal retailers, what they would say that this is forming a cup and handle pattern. Like they would say a handle is being formed. This is where the neckline is, and the stock is like ascending. Yes, all these are true, but we don't know what is going to happen unless or until this level is taken out. So yes, do have Gujarat Gas Limited on your watch list, but volatility is hitting the stock. I'm seeing upper wicks and bottom wicks since this spot, so please do be careful with this stock, but have it in your watch list. And coming to one of the most the weekend analysis stocks that I previously gave, so it is nothing but HDFC AMC. Before moving into HDFC AMC, let me speak about IEX. IEX is also on my radar. IEX actually appeared on like 3 of the scanners that I have on my personal thing. So IEX is trying to take out strongly, believe 147 to 150, and it is at the verge of 62. Previously. And a new demand zone has been created through 138. And also watch if the stock is kind of taking this on the weekly time frame. Let me read this all reversals. On the weekly time frame, if you see, our RSI has been continuously green, and it is all on a divergence on the weekly. This is an upper side divergence, but the stock is all sideways. So weekly we have a 6% move. Remember I told you like a 3% move on the weekly is a very good, but we have a 6% move on the weekly. So I believe IEX is gonna pop out on a lot of people's radar on this week and the upcoming week. So keep IEX on your watch list. And coming to the weekend analysis, HDFC AMC and GNFC I gave. So the reason I gave HDFC AMC and GNFC is that they are looking good opportunities for the short term. So where did I 75-minute time frame. Please pardon me because I do have multiple frames, clarifying people, and even I drew a lot of frames, and sometimes I forget where it is landing up. So HDFC Asset Management. Okay, I'll do a fresh analysis over here. So yes, HDFC AMC, if you see, this is all with respect to OBs, but if you apply even price action, basic price action, this will also work on your side. So if you see here, this was the last OB. So this is perfectly 50% being kissed, and we do have a good flight on the stock. So remember, I am sitting on the daily time frame. So what is the next OB from the stock? The next OB is this, and I see even that is kind of 50% kissed and it's on the upper side. So if you see here, what do you see here on HDFC AMC? Continuous selling imbalances, like 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me do this. This is gonna be quick. So how many trading days that we have HDFC AMC being bearish? Continuous 9 trading days. 9 trading days upon all sellings, which indicates these are all short sellers sitting here. Short sellers have how much have short sellers have booked their profits? From here, if you see, if I take the fib new, let me extend this, they have booked only 38% of their profits. 38% has been booked. Remember my premium versus discount concept. Anything below 50 is gonna take the interest of the institutions, the biggies. So this is gonna be a 50% sell. Reason being the last swing low. Of course, this is the swing low. Even before that, this swing low has been taken out, and if you see, this swing low is also taken out. So HDFC AMC, you can very well watch out for this breakout on the levels. Even in 75 minutes time frame on a HDFC AMC, if you see, these are all good imbalances. In 52, you're gonna see that he is gonna take supply, hit the supply over here. The lows are getting high. So this is a clear divergence in the HDFC. I believe Vinu gonna move up. HDFC AMC is like it's one of the it's part of the DIA family. So this folk and the SBI AMCs, all the AMCs that are here in India, they all belong to the DIA folks. So watch out, if this guy is moving, you might see movement in your mutual fund points. Speaking about mutual funds, I'm gonna very soon show you something on the mid cap and small cap. GNFC, here is my chart. There is a good demand that has been created by GNFC, and it's already near the resistance from the higher time frame. GNFC near the consolidation resistance, and we are seeing a demand over here, and the lows are getting very high. What is the last day's high rise of HDFC AMC? It's going to be 5% move. HDFC AMC breaking above this resistance zone, you're gonna see movement. Sorry, GNFC, you're gonna see movement in the stock. So see which stock moves like this. Stop, done. But what I believe is this one sitting here, this is a silent bomb. This could kill all your liquidities. This could kill all your liquidity. If you see here, liquidity below this is taken out. This spot liquidity is taken out. And if you think this spot is left, no. Here a huge buying came in and it broke the consolidation, and liquidity still exists at this point. As a normal retailer, see, for a moment, let's forget that we are all technical analysis traders. Let's forget that we are in some sort of a technical group. Let's forget that we do have some knowledge in technical analysis. Looking at this one green big elephant Bahubali candle, what will you do as a retailer? Won't you put in money on GNFC? The moment Monday GNFC starts trading, won't you put money? Now, members here, I want anybody to answer. As a retailer, will you enter here or not? Remember about this resistance. Sorry, forget about this resistance. Forget about this consolidation. Will you enter or not? Definitely you will enter by seeing one good green big candle going in. But as an OB trader, you understand that you have unfilled orders here. So GNFC is for the short-term opportunity thing. Unless or until the market eats or can come back and take out this previous demand. indicating that the market is going to go downtrend, but it could put a wick and then go over here. Understanding the market manipulation will take time. Understanding how the biggies work will take time, but it will soon be under your control when you start to identify all these hobbies. So coming to the important point, why I said that I wanted to share you something about mid cap. How many of you know that? How many of you are into mutual funds? How many of you have invested into mutual funds? You can very well raise your hands. Wow. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 6, 7. Okay, 8. Good. Fine. So, of course, when you are choosing mutual funds or you were going through a mutual fund distributor, you would have seen a lot of options: multi-cap fund, mid-cap fund, small-cap fund, growth, regular, all those sorts. And if you remember, large cap, mid-cap, small cap. Please correct me wrong, someone, if I say the numbers wrong. So last I remember, 50 goes into the large, 25 goes into the mid, and the rest 25 goes into the small. I don't track mutual fund as very keen, but this is what I remember. This should be a mixed good fund. This was a note to the fund managers from the finance minister that you should never invest only in large cap. Let's say like you are putting like 1 lakh. Most probably previously what happened, they put all your 90% into the large cap. The rest 5 and 5 goes all to the medium and the small. But due to illiquid issues, non-liquidity issues, they brought in a rule that large cap can go in for 75, mid cap and small cap can go in for 50. On that case, if you had observed Nifty and the mid caps and the small caps side by side, where do you see the correction is gonna come first? Nifty, mid cap, small cap. Where do you think the correction is gonna come first?
Mid caps and the small caps.
Okay. Beautiful. Why? Any reason? Any reasons why they don't sell or they don't book the profits in the large cap first rather than the mid caps and the small caps? Any reasons?
See, large caps, they are mainly into like blue chips, right? They are, I mean, they have a good always.
Okay. Yeah. You were almost close to the answer. So I will reveal the answer on the next session and not this one. So the reason why I called everybody here to the mid cap and small cap session is that mid cap is sitting on a very crucial support. I showed. Please pardon with me, my system is slowing down. Check, mic check. If it breaches this low, we have a lot of support. I told right, there is a lot of support being built here. There is budget day support. There is the previous, there is a good sweep over here. All these supports are here. But if you, I'm not sure for what reason my machine is slowing down. Very sorry. If this demand is taken out, what do you see here? Indicates buyers. So if you see here, which means only buying auctions